everybody, this is Megan. Thank you so much for stopping by to check out the first video of my new channel. I'm so excited. Excuse me. And this channel is going to be about helping develop a healthy and nourishing relationship with food and your own body. So I don't really have, as of now, a specific end goal in mind for this channel. I'm just going to kind of trust and follow my intuition to where it leads us. And also, thoughts and guidance from you will help with where it goes. So I do have notes because there's a lot of points. I just want to make sure I'm touching on all of those. But it's a very kind of laid back style chat, like we're having a drink together, coffee together. So grab something that feels nourishing to you, and yeah, we'll get started. So in this video, I just want to talk about my own background so you know who I am, where I'm coming from, and why I want to share this with you. So it goes way back to my teens, like it does with most people, where I developed a disordered eating and disordered relationship with food and my body. And maybe about 15, it started out as a diet, not liking the changes in my body because it didn't live up to the standard perfection image out there, or I thought at least. So that kind of spiraled, and I also suffered from anxiety, a little depression, and yeah, I just kind of went through that in my teens. And that, that's a huge problem in this day and age, and it has been for a long time. But I think social media has also really enhanced that. There wasn't social media back in those days for me, but now I can imagine it's even worse. And it's not like social media caused it, obviously, but it really brings it more into the forefront. I mean, the suicide rate of teen girls and preteen girls has gone up so much, over 30% since social media started. So it's really everywhere. And, we tend to think if we have an issue that it's just us or it's our problem. But really, this is, so many people have this, that it's a cultural thing. And even if you don't have an eating disorder or like a disordered relationship with food, most people, especially women, are very dissatisfied with their bodies and want to change something, and usually do something or try something to force it into changing. So I really think that's something that needs to be healed in our culture, and it's spreading to most of the world. And actually, just as background for those of you who don't know, I'm American, but I'm living in Norway. So America has a big problem with this, but most of the westernized world kind of has these problems. So I'm sure you know that, but this all led me basically to studying nutrition. And I eventually went on to get my Registered Dietitian license in the US. So after just kind of skipping forward a little bit, I did a master's in exercise physiology. But after all of that, I still didn't feel equipped to really make meaningful change in people's lives. You learn all the facts and the, what to tell people to eat and how much to eat and all of that. But it really didn't seem to make a big difference or lasting change. There were definitely some things that are helpful, but it wasn't what I felt called to do, which was more helping people change their relationship with food and bring peace to that, part of themselves. So I did go on to work in kind of the health coaching field for over 10 years now. I'm not currently working as that now. I just recently changed jobs, but yeah, over 10 years, and I still felt like, okay, what am I really doing with people? And in the middle of that, I actually came across the Institute for the Psychology of Eating, a mouthful. And that's the teachings of Mark David. And that opened so many doors and aha moments. And it was just what I was looking for this whole time from the beginning of, those teenage years. And really, it brought the missing pieces that's really not much in the conversation of nutrition these days. There is some things that are getting more, they're bringing more holistic approaches in, but it's still so left-brained in a way. So this really brought into the conversation the soul aspect or the spirit aspect, and just our own life stories and how that ultimately affects all of our decisions and feelings about food and our body. So I ended up doing the 10-month course they offer and became a certified mind-body eating coach. And I finally learned the knowledge, the information, but most importantly, the tools, skills for helping people actually make a meaningful change. So the problem was in the jobs that I've had, it was confined. There was limits to what I could do or what I could express or how I could coach people. I tried to bring in some of that, and when I did, people had some aha moments, which was awesome, but it was still very focused more on that left brain, numbers, measurement, how and what to eat, and restriction. So there was all of that still there. So that was frustrating, but and this is my own channel. I can do whatever I want. So yeah, I'm excited to share all that with you, and I hope that it will help you find peace and just some compassion around your own food or body issues if that's what you need. So, I also wanted to mention another reason why I think it's so confusing and frustrating for people is that there are so many different experts in nutrition out there, right? Then they all say like different things or complete opposites of each other, and yet they all claim to have the answer, that their way is the best. And I've fallen into that trap too. I mean, it's really hard not to. And so, of course, people kind of are frustrated. They either try everything and feel like a failure, or they just give up and try nothing. So really, there is no one right type of one right way to eat. There's really not, because we all come with our own different biologies, our own different histories, our own different stories and experiences. So you can't just go by one, this is the way that works for me, so it's going to work for you. So that's why it's really important to develop your own inner wisdom and inner trust and really get to know your body. So let's see, I think that's all the background I wanted to cover. So just one more thing to give you some food for thought before we end this video. I want to bring up that your food issues are never just about food. Your food issues are never just about food. So think on that a little bit, because everything is connected to everything else. So if you think of your own, what you struggle with food, think of where else in my life do I have that same issue? So as an example, let's say you're really controlling with your food. So where else in your life do you tend to get really controlling? Or it could be maybe you feel completely out of control in so many areas of your life, and you feel like food is the only area you can control. So either way, it's about control, which ultimately is about a lack of trust. Another example, if you feel like you really have a problem with emotional eating, ask yourself, where am I holding back on feeling my emotions? Where am I avoiding my emotions? And how, and that's coming out in your relationship with food instead. So take some time and reflect on that. And it's okay if you don't know the answer. Just keep that thought in mind. And if you feel comfortable, I'd love you to share in the comments anything that comes up for you, anything that resonates, or any thoughts about what this question might come up for you, what other questions come up for you. And if you think that somebody else would benefit from these videos and what we're going to talk about, then please share. Also, please, please, please like and subscribe so that other people who need this can access it and find it. So other than that, I just want to say thank you so much for checking out my new channel, and I really hope you stick around, and I so appreciate you.